Alright, we're in the middle of October, baby. And after going into the Howling movies last week, I thought I'd go into another cult horror series from the 80s. The Slumber Party Massacre Trilogy. Produced by the king of B-movies himself, Roger Corman. If anyone has seen my second episode of the Bisexual Movie Buff, you'll remember that I held this movie up saying I'd get to it eventually. Well, I don't have plans to do a full review of any of these movies this year, so I thought what better than to cover all three in the mini-reviews. Just look at that cover. When you think 80s slasher movies, this is the kind of image that comes to mind. And this image on the back, I bet, comes pretty close too. The Slumber Party Massacre Trilogy is best known for the tagline that was splashed on just about every VHS box. Written, produced, and directed by women. And yeah, these three movies about a serial killer murdering girls in lingerie while they have slumber parties were all made by women. The Slumber Party Massacre was produced and directed by Amy Jones, and this will shock many people. The screenplay was written by Rita Mae Brown. Yes, that Rita Mae Brown. And in case anyone is wondering, no, I have not read any of her books. But my mom owns several copies of her work. And I read that her original screenplay was actually meant to be a parody of the slasher genre, but the producers, when they read the script, did not realize it was meant to be a comedy, so they made it as a straight horror film, which resulted in a lot of funny but awkward moments. The first Slumber Party Massacre is campy, dumb, but has all the fun you'd want from a low-budget exploitation movie. And it's only 77 minutes, so it just zooms by. And by the end you get a pizza delivery boy getting his eyes gouged out, a 2 to 3 minute scene of a girls' basketball team showering together, a slumber party chaperone who is unrealistically lenient when it comes to teenagers smoking pot, and a 13, possibly 12-year-old girl looking at the magazine Playgirl while sucking on a big lollipop. Slumber Party Massacre 2 is written, directed, and produced by Deborah Brock. This time, the movie focuses on the sisters of one of the girls from the first film having a slumber party with her friends, all the while being haunted by visions of a serial killer who takes on the persona of a 1950s rock star, and his weapon of choice, a guitar with a power drill on the tip. So while he's killing teenagers by drilling them through the heart and the head, he's also playing the guitar and going down the hallways doing the pelvic thrust. Slumber Party Massacre 2 holds the distinction of being the first and possibly last slasher musical. Good or bad, it is a movie that you truly have to see to believe. And while I do love the first two movies on a so bad they're fun level, Slumber Party Massacre 3 on the other hand, I genuinely think is a bad movie. Other than the first two, which were done on a sort of self-satire level, the third one tries to be straight-up horror, and fails. The plot is pretty much the same as the first two. Bunch of girls have a slumber party, take their clothes off, dance in lingerie, and their boyfriends come over, and there's a serial killer with a power drill after them. And why do I not like the third one? The movie on just about every level of filmmaking is poorly done, and it can just be so unpleasant to watch. And by the end, I just wasn't having a fun time watching it. Slumber Party Massacre 3 is one of those movies that'll just make you go, why the fuck am I watching this? It's kind of like the Jason Pulera of slasher movies. So in the end, I love the first two. They're campy, gory, funny, and unique. The third one I can do without. But I recommend checking this trilogy out to anyone who is a fan of the slasher genre.